Everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video. Right after this chart analysis and everything we're going to talk about that has to do with Ocugen, we are going to discuss about the home run that we hit on Friday, as well as the next opportunity I want you guys to be aware of. These chart analysis, I make them out of gratitude. 90% of the time, I am not invested in these stocks, and I do them consistently because I make it for the viewers, right? The investors looking for more information and looking to see the cues for the next day. And I enjoy watching myself help others by these chart analysis being done, right? I see it all the time in the comments, and I see it in the views. Those of you that consistently come back and watch, I appreciate your guys' support. And I appreciate your guys' time. Now, if you guys are interested in knowing my weekly watch list and the daily watch list that I have every single day, that we look for 10 to 20% on every single opportunity, you can join me and the 100+ members already that we are over at the Discord. The link is down below. Tiers are filling up quickly, and we look forward to having you join us. It's a community filled with smart and intelligent investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So Ocgn has actually had a nice run. So it ran on the news right here that they went ahead and had phase 3 trials look amazing, right? They went ahead and ran again on the same news, which I thought was very funny. This was Thursday. And Friday, I had expected on that video that if this didn't come out with anything that was great news, it could lose momentum. And if the news comes out that there's something big like emergency use approval, or just talking about the same news again, but like reiterating it in a different form, it could possibly make the stock go up. Well, that morning it was dipping. It dipped hard, and it took off. And it took off because of emergency use approval, right? Article coming out and the CEO submitting the form. It took off to a high here of $13 and some change, and all of a sudden it collapsed. What a coincidence that after a 3-day run, an offering is just popped up out of nowhere, right? Of $100 million at $10 per share. And they said that they were selling these at a $10 premium, okay? I find it interesting because if we were at $13, and they're selling this offering per share at a premium of $10, that makes no sense. Premium would be 13 compared to 10, so $10 is a discount. So they're basically not even basing it off of this run or even this run. They're basing it off of these numbers probably down here, guys. That's something you need to be aware of, because this got mixed in with a short squeeze as well. So there's a lot here going on that it's not artificial, but just a lot of variables that are beyond these articles, and the short squeeze has forced the shorts to buy back their shares. So I found that interesting, but it doesn't take away the fact that, selling these at $10, it kind of creates $10 to be the floor. A lot of people are debating this. I've seen it in the comments, and I've seen people state this, right? That this offering is great. It's going to allow the company to grow, be able to do everything they're trying to do with the vaccines, as well as, $10 will become slightly the floor here for this stock. And I look at it and I'm like, that could be true, but we broke through it. So we might test these lows again. And then we also had hit a really low here of $8 and some change in the same day. So I'm actually watching these support levels here very closely, guys. Very closely. Okay, now, yes, it picked up really nicely in the after hours, and in the after hours and pre-market, volume tends to be lower, and it makes things look on charts even nicer. It's also very misleading sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So let me show you guys an example here. So this was 179,000 shares right here at this point that made this big candle go up, right? Then we also had 120, 50, 2,000, 4,000, right? And then 400, and that ended the day. Okay, just want you to pay close attention to this. Here we have 2,000, 600, 6,000, 20,000, and 1,000. When you put that all together, there's less than 30,000 in total here, okay? And it made this run almost $2, okay? Think about this. Now, let's look at this drop here. So this was 500,000, 300,000, 1 million, 500,000, 45,000, 15,000, and 15,000. This right here is just this right here. So that only offset this right here. Okay? So we need to think about, could it offset all of this right here? And if it can't, this is going to pull back pretty hard again, guys. Now, could this be short-lived throughout this whole entire offering? Probably. Maybe after the offering, volume can pick up again and start making it run. Or, new news or an update on the emergency use approval, right? Submission comes out and this stock is going to explode, guys. That's my honest opinion. It's going to take off, guys, especially after this offering and stuff. But right now, yeah, they submitted it. If there's no new news and an offering, we're in the middle of an offering, guys. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yeah, if volume doesn't pick up and the bulls don't come in strong, this will either consolidate or dip a little bit, okay? But that might be short-lived. That might be a short-lived dip, and then all of a sudden, things can pick up again. But right now, the uncertainty is higher than the certainty of it going up or sitting sideways or even going down. We really don't even know exactly how it's going to play out, but just by looking at the charts, looking at the volume, it says a lot. Like, just look at it right here. Let me show you guys another great example. So right here, as this was picking up, look how big these are right here. Ignore those little ones right here. Look how big they are, right? And these were in the after hours. These are the biggest ones that I talked about. But look at how big this red is here in volume, and look how small the green is right here. So it's going to take a lot of effort to actually hold up these numbers, okay? After hours, they probably ended the day like that, making more investors have hope and so forth, and they make it look nice and opportunistic, and then it's also making a lot of investors excited. But this is my honest opinion. This is not financial advice, and this does not mean to buy, sell, or hold any positions in Ocgn, Ocugen stock, or anything like that. But I am sharing with you guys my insight. I could be completely wrong, but I'm watching this closely. And does Ocugen still have an opportunity to explode, hit $20, $20 plus? I'm sure it can, especially if it gets that approval. But right now, we're in the middle of an offering, and if there's no new hype news and volume does not pick up, you can see it right here. Volume is really low. If it does not pick up like these green bars here that made this stock go up like it did on Friday, things are going to be a little bit harder for the bulls to maintain control. And the 50-day moving average is catching up to the price, guys. So that's another thing as well. Just sitting sideways is not good, because this 50-day moving average will give leverage to the bears once it crosses it and the price is below it, and this could get pulled down slightly. So the volatility and the roller coaster ride that this is about to give is going to be tremendous, to the point where the bulls are going to have to fight hard, and the bears are being actually excited about this offering, especially that no one really saw this coming, because it's giving them the upper hand to easily pull this down or leave it in a sideways movement without any higher push upwards, guys. As always, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends and community, and smash that like button to let me know you watched this video. And let's jump right into those charts. The ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list is one that I've been talking about over at the Patreon for the last 2 weeks. It seemed to have hit a bottom for now. We don't know if that's exactly the bottom, but it seems like the bottom for now. And it's been running up and it's showing strength. We're going to talk about it in just a moment. But let me just show you guys the home run of the day. And if this is something that interests you, you can join me and the other members. We're 100+ members already over at the Patreon. And by joining, you can join the Patreon, the Discord, the links are down below for more opportunities like this. And most importantly, the community, guys. The community is filled with intelligent and smart investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So if this is something that interests you, you're more than welcome to join us over at the Discord. The link is down below. The tiers are filling up quickly. And guys, we are hitting home runs, and we've been hitting them every single day, guys. Not only that, but you can also learn through the process, right? You want to learn through these home runs. You don't want to just jump into it, right? There's high risk, and you got to understand the charts. But it's a great learning experience joining us, and there's so much to learn from each other and collectively as a community, guys. So if it's something that interests you, we look forward to having you join us. So the one I mentioned today that was a home run was SYPR. I said LMFA. This one gave us between 5 to 8%, and then it actually jumped and gave us almost 10% a few minutes after. But the one that really was a home run today was SYPR, guys. This one was at 360 when I talked about it. It had a lot of volume in the morning, and it actually started dipping, guys. It was looking a little bit, confusing for those investors that didn't know exactly what was going on in the charts. You have to pay close attention to your indicators. You want to pay close attention to volume and so forth. So when you see this, I mentioned it at 360, this is the best entry based off of the chart, in my opinion. Even 360 or anywhere close to it falling, and if it made sense, it was great. If you caught it at that bottom and sold at this high here, right there off the bat, that was 10 to 12% right there. Right off the bat, right there in that first little jump. And it seems small because of how big the jump turned out to be for the day. So this stock pulled back again. So if you got in here at this entry and you put a 10 to 5%, stop loss in your execution and it didn't get triggered, you were able to ride this up without any hesitation because your stop loss did not trigger. Even if you put it at the 360 mark, right? Let's say worst case scenario, you got in somewhere around here and you put a 10 to 15 stop loss, right? Not 5 to 10%, but if not 10 to 15 stop loss to be triggered if it does fall a little bit. And it fell down a little bit, but it didn't fall into that area. You were able to ride this up and get your 10% here, or even just kind of, stomach through it all if you felt that there was a bigger opportunity coming, and rode it up to this 50+% opportunity. So for the day, it was 55% up from way down here, but from here up it was more than 50%, guys. And for the whole day it was almost 100%. It was like around 80 to 90%. This was the biggest home run we've hit so far in this month within just a few hours. So if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of the group, you want to become part of the community, we look forward to have you join us. And the community, guys, like I'm telling you, is filled with smart, intelligent investors, and we look forward to have you join us and become part of it. So let's go ahead and talk about the ticker symbol I want you guys to add to your watch list, and it's Plug Power, guys. This stock has been beat down hard. Could it go any lower from these areas? Possibly, if things continue to look not so bright for the S&P 500, and then the fears that are coming about the tax hike and then also inflation, they can pull back a little bit more. But at the end of the day, we've been watching it, and it hit a low here close to $24, and that's something we were looking for over at the Patreon. I mentioned it this weekend. I mentioned it last weekend, and this is a stock I've mentioned here on YouTube before as well. And since it's actually showing strength and pushing upwards, like newer highs, newer lows, newer highs, this is a stock you want to start watching and paying close attention to for either a consolidation, right, or a pullback again, and looking for the next opportunity. You want to do research on this company. You want to understand this company and what it is that they really do, right? We only invest in stocks we understand, but this is definitely a stock to start doing research and having on your watch list, because the upside potential based off of analysis ratings is pretty good to the upside. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.